I'm Mr. Mega Man fan. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know all the things to do. And today on Homebrew Review, since it's Mega May, we're looking at Rockman 4 minus infinity. Yes, minus infinity, not negative infinity. So says the creator himself. Well, who is the creator, and what even is this game? Well, let's start with the fact that this is a hack made by a Japanese coder known only as Pure Sabe, or maybe Sabe, Puresabe. I'm going to go with Pure Sabe. Secondly, you can't just download this ROM from anywhere. And that's my cat Tango saying hello, appropriate since I'm doing a Mega Man video. Hi Tango, you need to take a Rockman 4 ROM, either dump your cartridge if you have one, or find one, and I can't tell you where, but they're out there. And then you need to apply this patch file from romhacking.net or anywhere else that's hosting the patch right now. And then you can patch Rockman 4 and transform it into Rockman 4 minus infinity. But even then, don't expect it to necessarily work on an emulator. In fact, it may not even work on every EverDrive that has ever existed. So far as I know, it works on the EverDrive N8 Pro because that's what I'm playing it on, but I've heard that a lot of the lower end EverDrive ROM type NES carts, it's not compatible because of the file size of Rockman 4 minus infinity when you create it. It's a big game, and a lot of things have been changed with this patch. Pure Sabe is kind of a madman. That's why I'm considering this a homebrew and not just a hack. There's almost nothing the same. The bosses look the same, but even they are not the same. Once you actually start playing these levels, it's nothing like the Mega Man 4 or the Rockman 4 that you know. The stages have been redesigned, new enemies have been added, the soundtracks are different, there are new mid-stage bosses that are drawn from other games in the Mega Man series. The minus infinity part really applies here because it's kind of a mind-bending, game-splitting, game-breaking idea that anything and everything goes in Rockman 4 minus infinity. It's like the entire multiverse has collapsed on itself into one Mega Man game. The Brightman stage is one of the most hacked out of all of these levels. First of all, your power readout and your extra lives have been moved from the top in the upper left corner down to the bottom in the middle, and that's because however Pure Sabe did this, and I haven't the foggiest idea, he made it so that there is a visible band of light for Mega Man, and only the enemies in that band of light that extends all the way across the screen on a horizontal line, only the enemies within that beam of light can be seen. And you can tell this is pushing the limits of what an NES can do or should be capable of doing. And I've got to think there's some kind of layering here. It's not quite parallax, but I feel like he must be swapping between two tile sets to achieve this effect. One that shows the highlighted areas that Mega Man is in, and one that's got them turned off, so to speak. But trying to do this and keep track of all the sprites on the screen at the same time, I feel like the NES would be screaming at this if this was on a real cartridge. Even on an analog NT, it's like, wow, can this really be done? I mean, obviously, the NT Mini Noir has enough power to run cores for everything up to a Sega Genesis, but even so, when you're playing this level, it feels like you're breaking something in a glorious way and in an incredibly frustrating way, because everything in Rockman 4 minus infinity is super hard. Now, believe it or not, this is my first time playing this homebrew, even though the patch has been out since the mid-2010s at least, but I didn't change any of the settings in the configuration. I didn't change the difficulty level, I didn't change the number of extra lives or how much power is in my meter. I just used the standard default settings, and I can tell you, even as an experienced Mega Man player, on the default normal settings, it's pretty brutal. The only Robot Master I was able to get to on my first go around filming this was Drill Man. And I got close to beating him, but I didn't quite do it because obviously I don't have any of the other Robot Master's powers, so I don't have anything that Drill Man would be weak to, and I just have to use the Mega Buster. And I thought I was getting down his pattern fairly well, but the music changes when you weaken him to a certain point, and then his attack pattern changes as well. Did I say yet that Pure Sabe is a madman? Because he is. He literally thought of anything. There's no gimmies in this game. Just when you think you've got something figured out, he switches it up entirely. As frustrating as this can be, even on the normal difficulty level, there's just something so awe-inspiring about seeing the many different ways that Pure Sabe changed this game. Like these sloped areas in Toadman's stage that Rockman / Mega Man slides down. I don't remember seeing anything like that in Mega Man 1, 2, 3, or 4 before this. I don't know what he did to make it work like that or code that, but it's a genius move on his part. And using the water flow here to carry you along, either forward or backward, and restrict your motion or speed you up and make the timing of your jumps that much more difficult as a result. And then bringing back these frog bosses from Mega Man 2 from the Bubble Man stage. It's just such a great idea. It's everything. Like, he literally thought of everything. This is a love letter to Mega Man. I don't know what else to call it other than that, because Pure Sabe, and Tango agrees with me here, Pure Sabe clearly decided to make the ultimate Mega Man game. Ultimate in difficulty, ultimate in look, ultimate in combining elements of the other games together. It's a passion project. And I'm glad that Capcom has not seen it as a negative, no pun intended, but they could easily shut down something like this. They could go around to different websites and say, yeah, but I know it's a patch and not the actual game, but it's still our intellectual property and we own that, so you can't be hosting a patch for a game that we own. Or they could try anyway. Maybe they wouldn't win that legal argument, but they could make it. You know, it wouldn't be like other intellectual property holders haven't gone after people, Nintendo especially, for fan-made ROM hacks and patches. They've been pretty brutal on that before. There's that word again, brutal. But Nintendo's vigorous application of their intellectual property rights is definitely that, because what is a Commodore 64 fan-made version of Super Mario Brothers going to hurt the profitability of Super Mario Brothers to the company? It doesn't. It wouldn't. But they got it shut down and taken off the internet anyway. Which, of course, has the Barbra Streisand effect of the more you try to censor information, the more widespread it becomes. So if you really want to play the Super Mario Brothers for Commodore 64, you can find it out there. Just like you can find the patch for Rockman 4 Minus Infinity. But you don't have to search for it like a hidden treasure. It's at romhacking.net. It's immediately available. Get yourself Rockman 4 any way that you can. Apply the patch and try this for yourself. I'm going to be delving much deeper into this game going forward. I didn't have time to make a lot of progress in it, just filming it to show it off for Homebrew review. But this is right up my alley. I can't imagine anything that I would enjoy playing like this during the month of Mega May more. So hopefully I'll beat it. I don't see why not. It's just going to take a lot of time, practice, and patience. And I'm going to try to not look at a fact to see what order to go with the Robot Masters in. I'm just going to leave it up to my own instincts and judgment based on playing Mega Man 4 and, of course, the other games in the series, and see what I can figure out from there. This is Mr. Mega Man Fan for Homebrew Review, Rockman 4 Minus Infinity, a patch by Pure Sabe that's pure insanity. Try it for yourself.